Hey guys, it's Boozy here. Welcome back to this new video for the channel. We are doing the second part of the FIFA Faces series, and in this video we're gonna take it from where we left it in the last video. I know already been 1 month and I see all the love and all the comments that you guys put in that video. I really appreciate it. We're gonna keep going with this series and I hope you guys enjoy it. So in this video we're doing a sculpting. Right now I want to do Pablo Torre. I know a lot of you guys know him. He's a younger player in Barcelona squad and he's already doing a lot of good things for our club in the second division. So yeah, he's really promising and he got some good pictures that we can use for reference. As you guys can see, I got all these high quality pictures that will help us get started and set up with the face making. Always make sure you always do your research in the player and you got the right image, of course, nice quality like this one. You always want to have like big pictures where you can see all the details, the face. Always make sure you have one face in the front and at least one from the sides, just like this one or this one, which is pretty good. And in that way you can see all the details and you can really get a grasp as the player likeliness, which is one of the most important things I think in the FIFA making. You want to be as precise and you want to make it as good as you can, but of course we are not going to be perfect because we're not professionals, we're not EA, and that's more their jobs than is ours. We're just modding, we do this for fun, and yeah, this is what all the video is about. I'm just gonna show you guys what I do and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started with it. So we're gonna take it from where we left it in the last video, guys. Of course, we are right here in Blender. We got our face already set up and we have the file. As I tell you guys in the last video, if you didn't see that one, I really recommend you guys to watch it, because that's where I show you how do we get here. So now we want to import an image into Blender, so we're gonna go to add. So we're gonna go to image and we're gonna hit background, and then we're gonna click in this one, which is the front face, front picture. Now to resize it, you want to use S, and to move it around you want to use G. So G to move it and S to resize it. And right now you're gonna go to this menu and you're gonna hit right here in object data properties, and now you're gonna hit, right now it's in back, so you want to hit front and it's gonna put it in front. And now we're gonna hit opacity and then we are gonna move this around in order to be able to see the face. So right now we just want to resize this picture and make sure it's in the middle of the face. So you always want to make sure this part of the face, the central area, is aligned with this one. I always like to begin with the mouth because it's more easy. And now we're just gonna check if it's good. So I think right there is pretty good. You guys can see how everything is kinda aligned, and that's what you're really looking for. You're really looking for aligning this section right here, which is gonna be the only one we're gonna touch for now. Because if you go too far and you try to actually make it perfect, you won't be able to. But even if you're able to, so this picture is actually not the right size of his face. You can see he looks kind of different from this position, so it really depends. So you can see how I have almost everything in place. I have the mouth, the nose and the eyes pretty set up, almost perfect in the middle, and that's what really you want. You really don't want to mess around with these sizes, because these in the picture they're not correct, and we just want to take the reference from this central part, because if you start messing around with all this, it's gonna start looking a little bit weird. So we just want to focus in this section right here. So once you got like a good distance and you think it looks pretty good and pretty aligned, you're gonna hit right here in pin ID, and it's gonna hold this menu for us to just, even if we move it around, it's not gonna disappear as long as we stay in this section. So right now we're gonna start with the sculpting process. Now we're gonna hit our face, and we're gonna hide the eyes. So just click in this eyes right here, and it's gonna hide the eyes, and it's gonna be way easier to move all this section, because when they're right there, it's kind of awkward to operate. So if we try to hide it, it's just gonna make our life easier. And now when we are right here in head mode, we just go here and go to edit mode. So when you're sculpting, you have these two options. A lot of people like to do with the sculpt mode, which is the mode that lets you move things around more easy. So you can see how everything moves around, and I can make it just like the player. This is what I mostly use when I'm doing like the nose or like the mouth. I really like to move it around with the grab. But of course you have all these options too that you can use in your advantage, and it's gonna make it more easy. They're gonna start making more sense as you advance with Blender and you get used to the program. But for now, I really would tell you guys to stick with grab, because that's pretty much all you need right now. And in the edit mode, so you're gonna hit edit mode, you're gonna see all these points. They're just showing you the typology of the 3D model. So what I like to do sometimes is because if I use grab in these ears, look what's gonna happen if I try to move it. It's gonna like distort it. Like I don't want it to look like that. I just want to move it. So if I go to edit mode, I click it when I want to move it. You got to click more points, or you can go you can hold C and then select the parts that you want, and then you right click and go right here, move, and you can see how it move everything, and it's not really distorting the part that I selected. It's just distorting, of course, the things that are around it. And to move both ears, the only thing you have to do is click right here in this X, and it's gonna move. Well, it's not doing it right now, but it should move with at the same time. So let me try to see if it does. It should do it right now. So I click right here and see how it moves. So it's gonna move both sides at the same time perfectly. So yeah, but right now it's just a demonstration. I'm not really gonna do this. So you guys can see, we're gonna start doing some sculpting with the face, and I'm gonna leave you guys, I'm gonna speed it up, that way you guys can see how the process goes. But yeah, honestly, just focus in this section in the middle of the face, and when you get to the part that you actually have to be moving things like the jawline or the ears and all that, and you can start using the reference picture that you have, and that's gonna make your face look way better. That you're just sticking to this picture right here, and if you take all the information from this picture, your face won't look that good. So that would be my advice in this part. And of course, when we go to this section, we can do the same with the side picture. So we take it from, as we did, like add image background, then we take our side picture, and we can just sort of put it next to it. In that way we can have like a reference of the face. But right now I'm gonna leave you guys with a clip that I already did this face, and a little bit showing you guys the process and how everything goes when you're doing FIFA faces. I'll see you guys in a bit. So now guys that we're back, you guys can see all the changes I did to the face. Look, it's looked pretty good, but it can still look better. So after I did that video, I put in like all the details in the face and the sides and the front. I wasn't convinced of the result because it was looking kind of weird, because I thought the face in this section wasn't looking all that right. I thought this central part of the face was looking still too big for the actual proportion of the face, and I guess that's because the focal length that I didn't pay attention to it, and that's why it was looking kinda off and it wasn't looking as much as he does. So I had to make some changes and I finished up with this. So I think this module, it looks so much better and the proportions are way more accurate of his actual face. I know the head looks a little bit weird. It looks pretty big, but we don't worry about that too much. It's just sometimes it's gonna look a little bit off just because we have to put in the hair and the hair cap, and that's why it looks like kinda weird. But I promise you guys it's not gonna look like this in the game, and it's gonna make way more sense. I just did this sizes so big right here because his hair, you can see it have that kind of form, and then when we put in the hair cap and the hair, it's just gonna make more sense. So you guys can bear with me right there. But so far I think we make a great progress. Again, this is the comparison between the two faces. You can see how this one is way bigger. Let me put it back in. So you can see how that face is like way bigger right there on the side, and the only thing I did was I took this part in the center. I took the eyes, so I clicked both. I clicked the head and the eyes, go to edit mode, and what I did was pretty much just take this center part and with S just make it smaller, in that way I can feed it to the face. And that was pretty much what I did. Of course I did other changes, but yeah, that was pretty much what I did. And that's why I was talking to you guys about that's why you don't want to touch this part in the sides, because that's not precise with the actual picture, and you should always pay attention more about what the 3D model is telling you more than the actually picture of the player, because the picture is not always right. So I'm gonna leave this video right here. In the next one we're gonna be doing texturing, and I really want to thank you guys for everything. Please, if you like the video, if you think it was good and informative, and you know you could understand something that I said, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the likes, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye.